Hello everybody, welcome back to the Stone House. It's that time of year, garlic festival time. And then I'm gonna do a quick tour of the property.
Love looks different from time to time. It can look scary.
If you're not aware, Sarah's garlic is just amazing. She's been growing it for years and years and years, and I'm trying to get her to sell it. So show some support. Would you buy garlic from Sarah? You should. It's amazing.
Our love is made of something real. It's made of something sweet. Times words don't go that deep. Honey, dig in. Find your inner peace. Look how roses to give. With thorns on.
Fun little fact here is Sarah puts 1 clove of garlic, raw garlic, in almost every single meal that she makes for the children every single day.
I know that I'm better with you. I can dream, but you hold the truth. When I get high to release my mind, you talk to me just to pass the time. 'Cause our love is made of something real. It's made of something sweet. Past the lips and through the teeth. Honey, dig in. Find your inner peace. Look how roses to give. With thorns on the leaf. But honey, it's me. I'll always give you me. Honey, and the stars are always guarding, watching, waiting, looking, speaking us.
Well, someone recently suggested that I do a quick kind of tour, like a retour of the yard, of the property. And I'm gonna throw that into this short little video that we're making. And I think the best place to start is the front driveway. That way everybody gets their bearings about, kind of where we are, and you kind of get to witness, I guess, the house or the property, sort of like you're visiting, right? Because this is where you would pull in. I'm gonna go in a fairly large circle, just showing the yard and the property, buildings, that sort of stuff. And we're gonna go this way. This little yard spot to the right has developed a lot this year. And maybe this is why I've wanted to do this little video, because this finally kind of looks good. Behind the barn used to be a ton of stuff, and now it's just my my outdoor driving range. So this is really cool. We still have a lot of work to do on like the grass and maybe the landscaping, but this was a really cool project to get done this year on the back of that barn. And then over here we've got about a 1/4 acre of yard that we will probably be mowing in the next year. These trees here, the dead one on the left, and then these other maples, that is the property line for me. My property line goes back to the road here, up this tree line, and pretty much the corner of this little stand right here. So this little tree stand here is one corner, so we're gonna walk up that way. This is a pretty dangerous stand of trees, honestly. A lot of it's poplar, and they just seem to break very easily. And it seems like I'm always kind of up here cleaning up trees and looking for hanging dead, tops. And this is probably the worst developed part of my property, as far as, there's a tree right here that needs to be all cleaned up. But this is like the back of the barn, and I really just don't care. We dropped that tree last winter, and I did not even care to cut that up this year. I'm just gonna let it sit there for a little while. And you can see now we're coming up to another building. This is our solar shed. I'll show you the other side and it'll look more like a solar shed. But that is a 14 by 20 building that we bought from the Amish. This little building here, we moved here. It came with the house when we bought it. And then that tree house there I built with the kids. I think we have a video on that actually. Top of the property here, honestly, is where I spend most of my time. When I get home from work, I kind of come up here and I sit underneath that tree or in that swing. This is where we tend to bury our pets. This Sharkon's grave, the black cat that we used to have. I just really like this area, and I think I'd like to put a little gazebo or something up here. I'd like to sit and look kind of down at the house, and I've got this nice little fence that I put up, and this is the property line, if you're wondering, right here. So it goes all the way back to that corner where the tree stand is. It goes up in here somewhere, and it's just right down through here, and it goes to the woods. And I'll show you. This is definitely gonna take longer than 5 minutes probably. I'm not gonna follow the property line all the way down like that to the pin, but you can just trust me, I guess. It just goes right through there, just kind of straight. But I'll show you where the pin is. These are our blackberry bushes. There's like a pretty good sized bush here, and then 2 big bushes here, and we just kind of mow around them. I walk down these trails quite a bit. I've always wanted like a little greenhouse kind of building here for Sarah, but the sun comes up over this hill. Well, it is a hill. This is a big ridge. So the sun comes up over here. So in the winter, the sun will come up way over there. In the summer, you know, it comes up somewhere else, obviously. But it comes up, and you're just in the sun, like all the time, because then the sun sets over here. Like right now our sunsets are way over there, and in the winter I think it will be more over there. We're gonna go this way because I'm kind of walking around the outsides of the property. You're gonna hear some road construction over there. They're doing some work on a culvert, but right through here you can see the pin right there. And just in case someone got turned around, the house is over in here. And then, so from this pin, instead of going straight the way it is going, it kind of angles off about like this. So all this woods, everything you can see right now is technically ours. It's on the property. I don't really have any plans necessarily for the woods, though I spend a lot of time here. I mean, someday I will get bored enough and I will be clearing all of these trees, brush. I'll clear it completely out. Not to mow or something, obviously, but just to have this completely clear. It'll be great for new trees. It'll be good for wildlife, really being able to move through quick and quiet. But for me, I just want to be able to see from the backyard. I want to be able to see down this hill to this little stream. A lot of you on Instagram, TikTok, you know, you've seen this stream a million times. We show it a lot. Technically, this is not my land, but I'm right on the line. That's my neighbor's land. He's got the waterfall. And then this is ours. This is just a little runoff stream. I don't think it's no stream that DEC pays much attention to. We've played around with the idea of maybe damming it in a couple places and creating some overflows so I can actually flood the center of it a little bit and have a little body of water that you could see from the new land that we're doing up there. I'm gonna take you to one more pin up there, property pin. It's a good time of year to walk through the woods. Quiet. It's hunting season, so it's not smart to be in the woods if you don't know who your neighbors are, just so you know. I've got like deer colored pants on too, which kind of sucks. But the pin is right there. And then from there, it just goes straight down the woods line back to the road. So to help, you know, make sure everybody knows there's the house. The big tree stand way over there, right? I'll probably end up cleaning this up someday too, because from the house, you'd be able to see over here and you can see deer, you can see a lot of stuff, especially in the wintertime. I'd like to get in here, honestly, and just kind of pay attention to the trees. And it's important, but you just thin out certain things and then get rid of cherry trees that are causing problems. And then all these maples could do really well. By now, you know that I love kind of every spot on the property, but if you can imagine flooding this out, having like a bridge. I mean, look how cool this would be. This is more than 15 feet to the water, like high. So I really could just have a 15-foot deep, technically you could have a 30-foot deep pond right here. Now, this water doesn't run like this year round, but it runs enough to where I could fill this up, and then because it's all on bedrock, I think the water would stay pretty well. Okay, I'm gonna go through the woods in a way, keeping my house and everything on the left, because I want to kind of come up on the other side of the property. Okay, so now we're in the stream. And I just got to go down the stream a little ways to get to like a little trail that I've got. This trail was created because when our cats get outside and they run away, this is pretty much where they come and we have to find them. But here we go. Come on. So where this brings you is the other corner, I guess, of the yard. So I'm gonna get it right in the corner and show you where we are. This is probably the best view of the house, though it's not my favorite place to be because we're right next to the road. It's really loud. And so, though it's a nice view, it's really just a horrible place to hang out. So if I just walk kind of this way, I mean, you're just right in the front yard. And if I keep going, I'm gonna come back to the driveway. So what I just walked you through is pretty much all that, 4 acres. And it took 14 minutes. And I'll probably edit this down to 5. So hopefully that's something that's watchable. I do want to show the final video here of Sarah's garlic, because I kind of showed her covering it up with the leaves. She does that just to kind of help protect it, I think, for frost and everything. I think garlic's pretty hardy. But there you go. There's your finished. We don't know how much we planted. We don't really keep track from year to year. We just plant enough. Whoa. Jeez. You dropped your nut, buddy. There's your fall tour, everybody. Thanks for watching. I hope you're all keeping busy, staying safe. We'll see you soon.